Space. It's a topic that really interests me. I love learning about solar systems and stars. It's really fascinating that all of this just exists in a blue void of nothing but space. My point is, to celebrate my first official year of doing YouTube, I figured, why not take it back to where it all started? Space. But I figured, why not bring some friends along the way and do something special? So today, I present to you 50 facts about space. Yes, this is real, I am that nerdy. Roll intro! There is roughly 8 planets in the solar system: Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. But originally, Pluto was thought to be the 9th. However, unlike the common misconception of Pluto's small size being the reason it's not classified, it's actually due to its orbit crossing paths with Neptune and certain asteroids in the area. It essentially can't wait in line. Earth's moon was created from an asteroid impact ages ago, from a planet roughly around the same size as Mars. There is no sound in space, despite what the 500 space movies and the 200 plus shows that have been made will tell you. There are more trees on Earth than stars in the Milky Way galaxy. Jupiter is actually a rejected star, would-be brown dwarf, that almost directly qualifies as such, with its moons orbiting around it, much like planets in a solar system orbiting a star. Pluto is smaller than our moon. Talk about short. Ain't that right, Christian?
There are multiple types of different stars changing in colour with size, with more orange and yellow stars being at the lower end of the spectrum, and white and blue being on the higher end of the spectrum. Stars usually have spots. You're not alone anymore, Dexter, are you?
Huh?
The biggest star in our galaxy tends to be the ones with the short lifespans. It's just like humans, isn't that right, Dexter?
What?
In our atmosphere, we can only perceive about 2,000 stars in Earth's sky, and that's going to decrease with light pollution increasing. Funnily enough, none of them twinkle. Stars are literally balls of gas made from space clouds. I know it sounds a bit hard to believe me, but it's true. The average star is between 1 and 10 billion years old, so when you look into the night sky, you can truly realise that that star is older than everything you've ever known, ever. The oldest star is... what's the name? Methus. It's hard to pronounce. Stars have 7 stages. 1 being gas cloud, 2 being protostar, 3 being the T2 phase, 4 being main sequence, 5 being red giant, 6 being the fusion of heavier elements, 7 being the supernova, which is my, favourite. Supernovas are so cool. The latest known star is called Magenta. Stars form when the universe is only 100 million years old. So essentially, the universe was a baby.
Just like someone else I know. Alright, time for the funnies. Did you know that Jupiter has as many moons as Dexter's children?
What the
Currently, it is known to have the most moons in the solar system, just like the amount of Dexter's children. Earth theoretically could have a second moon, but it doesn't count as it follows a bean orbit around the Earth instead of one our current moon does. It's basically a bean, just like Dexter. The Apollo space program is named after the Greek god of light and music. The moon with the most volcanoes is Io. On its surface, it has over 1,600 volcanoes, just like Dexter. Finally, I present to you this fact. There is a moon out there that looks like a penis. There's even an asteroid that looks like a penis too. Why are there so many in space? And why wasn't I invited?
And this is why I run the videos. It takes less energy to leave the solar system from Earth than it does to fly into the sun. There are so many moons which could sustain life, but main of which here I'm looking at is Saturn's moon Titan, which features water, lakes, rivers, mountains, volcanoes. You get the idea. It's basically Earth if it was a dystopian society. Saturn got its rings just under 100 million years ago, which is not really long in space terms. Jupiter is the single-handed reason we're all still alive and haven't been a sequel to the dinosaurs. Speaking of movies, have you ever heard the tagline, "In space, no one can hear you scream"? Well, that just so happens to come from one of your boy's favourite movies ever, Alien. Speaking of screams, the only way you can pick up sound in space is through radio transmissions. It is dead silent. Again, speaking of the blue, it would take you more time to drive to the bottom of the ocean than into space. With a car journey of just a constant 50 miles an hour, it would be over in just 75 minutes. Okay, I made a really small mistake about Charon. It's about half the size of Pluto. Pluto has 5 moons, which we know of, These are Charon, Styx, Nyx, Kerberos, and Hydra.
The first moon landing was in 1969. Nice.
Oh, I fucking called it.
And stars slowly decrease in acceleration or production with age. So stars are still being formed, but it's just getting slower and slower as more of that gas cloud is disappearing. Sirius is a dwarf planet found in the asteroid belt between Mars and Jupiter, where more dwarf planets are expected to be found amongst comets and craters. Scorpion X-1 is the most powerful X-ray source as a double star system that emits 100 million times more X-rays than the Sun. Try getting that one scanned. PSR J1748-2446AD, long name isn't it, is the fastest spinning pulsar. Cassiopeia A is the youngest supernova still remnant in the Milky Way galaxy. The brightest star in the sky is actually Sirius, which is probably why Dexter is going to cry, because Sirius Black is dead.
Don't remind me! Okay, so now we have a few facts left, and I'm just going to take over because I don't trust these two with anything in me. Super hot, newborn stars make up the clouds of the Carina Nebula, the biggest and largest star-forming region in the galaxy, otherwise known as God's Hands, or whatever the hell they call it. You know the really cool one, you know that. Everyone knows that image. I don't know what it's bloody called, but you know, just that one. Like the weird hand reaching out into space. Yeah, that's what the Carina Nebula is. The Helix Nebula is the largest known planetary nebula.
That makes me realise the percentage of dark matter and dark energy combined is equivalent to the chance of seeing Jess and Dex simping.
I heard my name. Also, Jess isn't here.
She'll be there soon. Just keep waiting. After the Big Bang, matter and antimatter were created, and much like real life, matter asserted its dominance over antimatter. It showed who's boss. Antimatter is so hard to come by. If you manage to extract it, you can't even transport it to a lab where the people can do research, which makes it worth 4.4 quadrillion pounds sterling per gram. And a single gram of antimatter can make an explosion the size of a nuke. Who would want that? You can't even choose when it detonates. Soon as it's there, boom, everything's gone.
I'm coming back out. Jess isn't here. Oh god, whatever you've done, I can't escape it.
I kinda lied. I added you a few extra facts about you know.
Thanks for watching.
And we will see you all in June.
I'm coming back for real this time. I promise.
Oh, that's weird. There's a trampoline at the one. Ooh, shiny. Christian, there is a shiny.
That's great, Rithik. I'll send you down a helicopter. This is gonna cost a lot. Rip my bank account. Please, send help.